This week we'll look at how our backgrounds impact our portraits.
Adorama TV presents Exploring Photography with Mark Wallace, where you will learn innovative techniques on shooting a wide range of photography. Here's your host, Mark Wallace.
Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Exploring Photography. I'm Mark Wallace right here on Adorama TV. Well, one of the things that beginning portrait photographers sometimes fail to understand is the importance of the background in a portrait. I know it sounds obvious, but a lot of times it's overlooked. And so today, what I'm going to be doing is showing you how much the background impacts your photos. And you'll notice in the studio here, we've got all kinds of different backgrounds. We've got this little red stripey thing here. We've got this sort of shiny thing. We've got a blue paper background way back there. We've got a white background. We've got this black background. We even have this background right here that we've shot 1,000,000 times in the studio. This is called our French wall set. Notice they're different colors, and some of them are vertical, some of them are horizontal. And so today what I want to do is we're going to actually have a model join us, and oh my gosh, it's Alexis, and guess what? My sister is here. This is my sister Dawn. Don't we look like twins? Except for a little bit of a height distance. It's like the, you know, like the cell phone bars. Dun, dun, dun. Anyway, we are going to be shooting on location and in the studio just a little bit, but we want to try to keep things pretty consistent. So what we're going to have Alexis do is she's going to try to keep her face relatively the same with sort of a smug smile, and we're going to try to keep the light similarly the same as well. And so if you guys hop into your positions, let me sort of talk through what we're doing here. And so what we have here is we have a single B1 light, battery powered, so we can move it all over the place, and it's got a beauty dish. It's just going to be just off axis of where I'm shooting. I'm going to have my camera right here, and we're going to try to keep it about 4 or 5 feet from Alexis here. And then I will just be shooting a nice tight headshot. And the thing that's going to change for all these photos is just the background. And so you can see what the background really does to change the portrait. So same light, same model, everything's the same. The only thing that we're switching up is really the background. Now, I'm going to try to keep the settings on the camera as similar as possible, but we're going to be shooting outside with some ambient light changing. And so we might have to change the aperture a little bit. But as much as possible, I'm going to try to keep everything the same except the background. And so with that, we're going to start right now. Perfect. Well, now we're at the park and we've got all kinds of different backgrounds here. Let's look at the good, the bad, the ugly. I'm ready to start shooting, so let's start right now. All right, well, I've chosen this tree back here, and you can see that it's pretty narrow. And so if I do a horizontal shot here, just watch what happens. So again, I'm in the same position I was before. I'll take my shot just like we normally have it. Doesn't work so good. So on the right side, we have all that nastiness. So what I can do here for this background to make it work is I'll just take my camera and make it a portrait instead of a horizontal shot. So Lex, look right at me again. Now look at this. Now we've totally simplified that background, and that works. So sometimes the solution is just rotate your camera and you're going to get great results. All right, let's continue the quest for good backgrounds. All right, I'm going to show you a trick that we can use on a background like this one right here. So we have these trees back here that I want to have behind Lex, and I'm going to start by shooting with my normal height at the same zoom that I've been using for all these pictures, which is just under 135 millimeters. So let me first shoot that. So Lex, look right at me. I'm going to come over here, my normal height, and when I take this picture, so I'll get where I was before. I look at that, and guess what? I don't have a great background. What I have is just sort of a tree stump and some green above her head. So what I need to do is really pay attention to the background, and if I lower myself, what's going to happen is that's going to change where that tree lies behind her, so I can get more of that behind her head. So I'm going to do that first. So I'm going to come back over here where I normally am, and now I'm going to lower my point of view, and we'll take this shot. And when I take a look, that's better, but it looks like tree clouds. So it doesn't fill the frame. I've got a lot of sky poking through. So what I need to do for this is I'm actually going to zoom in. That's going to narrow my angle of view. It's going to compress this shot so those trees are going to be closer to Lex's head, and so that is going to be the solution. So I need to back up just a little bit, come back over here, scooch down. I'm looking through my lens to see if I get everything the way I want it, and now I have the shot exactly the way I want it, and that's what works. So scooch down, zoom in, narrow your angle of view, compress that shot, and you're going to get great results. One of the things that you should look for when you have a tree in the background is if it's really leafy or if it's really branchy. So the one we have behind us right now has lots of branches. So even if I come over here and do a beginner mistake, which is just take a picture and we've got sort of these branches growing out of Lex's head. She looks like a reindeer. We don't want that, but even if I zoom in and try to fix this, unless I really get down here like this and make her look like some kind of superhero, things are not gonna look good. And so that background, it just doesn't work. So move along and find something that does. Well, as you can see, different backgrounds, different portraits. Make sure you pay attention to those backgrounds because they really change how your photos look. In fact, this is the picture I would choose out of everything we shot today. I like the background, it looks natural. All the other backgrounds didn't really work for me. I want to say a special thanks to my sister for helping out this week. This is Dawn. She's the one that inspired me to take pictures in the first place, so you can blame all of this on her. So thanks for helping out. And also, Alexis, thank you so much for being our model this week. Now don't forget, there's all kinds of information on portrait photography and lighting and backgrounds and all kinds of stuff right at the Adorama Learning Center. So zip over there, check out all of those articles. There's tons of contributors and great stuff, as well as subscribing to Adorama TV. So there's tons of videos. We don't want you to miss any of those. So go ahead and click the subscribe button. What are you waiting for? Just click on it. It's right there. It's floating around. There it is. Click it. And we will see you next time right here on Exploring Photography. We had similar but those portrait looks, why can't I talk? Because it'll really change how your portrait look. Now portrait look, let me just do this, I'm gonna step away. So always look at your background so you don't mess it up. That's really an insult.
Want to get the most out of your Adorama photography equipment? Visit our Learning Center where you can read popular articles, how-to tips, buying guides, and product reviews.